fascinating Renaissance friends. This is episode 90. Can you imagine that? Episode 90 of our channel, My Season of Life, and this is your, your friend, your BFF, your life coach. Together we're navigating the autumn of our life. Okay. So tell me, what makes you sad? What gives you sadness? Put in the comment below. What makes you sad? Right? I remember in my team building exercises wherein we get to know each other, and open ourselves, open ourselves to others. We ask our participants, to complete a sentence completion exercise and share. With our partners, so that's how you break the ice, and that's how you open, the possibility of building trust and all of that. Okay, so okay, when I am sad, okay, this or I feel sad when blank. So I feel sad when I don't get what I want. I feel sad if I, and all of that. So what makes you sad? In a previous episode, I don't remember, it's the 70s, meaning 75, episode 75, 72, I think, those episodes, I talk about a beautiful sadness. That's starting a reframe, isn't it? Because sadness is always, referred to as a negative emotion that we need, okay, to erase, from our existence, But there, I told you that sadness can be beautiful too. So let's dig in. What psychology has to say about the emotion of sadness? Let me read. Sadness is your mind slowing down, okay, to catch up with what's happened. I'll say that again because when I saw it, I said, "Oh, interesting, isn't it?" It's really very interesting. It says, "Sadness is your mind slowing down, okay, to catch up with what's happened." All right, meaning it always starts with some kind of expectations, right? Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm going to be happy here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to experience this. I will be excited about it. Then it didn't happen. What actually happened, is the opposite or very very different from your expectations. Okay, and so the mind now is slowing down. Okay, to comprehend what happened here. Okay, oh my gosh, so you start feeling sad. It's a very interesting reframe, isn't it, my friends? Okay, sadness is your mind slowing down, okay, to catch what just happened. Okay, it's not something that you have to erase from your existence. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Okay, it says here, letting yourself feel it, okay, isn't weakness, it is processing. The word that I will always, that a professional trainer, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, will always be using, you process it. They tell you, why are you scared of your husband? Okay, why are you scared that he might hit you when you make a mistake? You process it. It's not, first you have to feel it, because if you don't feel it, there's really no problem, isn't it? But the moment, you feel it, just feel it. Do not overthink that you shouldn't be feeling this, etc. And it's not weakness. If somebody is sad, guys, if you're sad, men, in some cultures, at least in the Philippine culture, they are taught that to have feelings of sadness, is unmanly, that they shouldn't be feeling this. No, you process it. Oh, how do you process it? Of course, you ask it as if it's a person, like sadness. Why are you here? Why am I sad? Okay, why am I feeling this way? It's just a very simple thing. I thought I'm gonna, I thought I'm gonna, go somewhere. Just like, I thought I am prepared to travel to Boracay. For some reason, it was postponed. Of course, you're sad. Okay, why was it postponed? Okay, is it going to be postponed forever? Can you still, rebook? Can you still do this? Can you still do that? Etc. Etc. Fine. Now, if it's something very permanent, just like you have moved to another location and you have left some of your friends in your previous location, okay, well, of course you're sad. But are there ways to be able to still get in touch with them? Of course. Now, what if they got busy, you got busy, well, then you make new friends. But it doesn't mean you don't love your previous friends and things like that. Okay? Hmm. Sadness, reframing it, right? What's the other one? Loneliness. This is big. I don't want to trivialize this, okay? Loneliness is real, and loneliness can be lethal if we, let it consume us, okay? So what does psychology say? What does a psychological reframe for say about this? First, let's see. Loneliness is a craving, wanting. It's a craving for connection. Okay, a nudge to reconnect with those who make you feel seen and understood. Profound, isn't it? Again, loneliness is a craving for connection. Keyword is connection. Okay, a nudge, a push to reconnect with those people who made you feel loved, seen, and understood and appreciated. Okay, so let's unpack it. Connection. So it is all about, you're lonely not because per se because you're alone. I go for solitude. See, being lonely and being alone are not automatically the same thing or synonymous, because I would always tell you, in the noise of the world around you, okay, choose to quiet down a little bit. When you quiet down, you separate from the noise of the world and go into solitude. Solitude is alone time. Give yourself alone time. Not always with people, because you're always engaged, your energy gets sucked. So being alone is not the same as being lonely. Because we can be lonely, we can experience loneliness whether we are with a group of friends, whether we are in a crowd of people, we can still feel lonely because the key word there is connection, the lack of connection. Okay? Now, if I chose solitude, okay, the reason why I'm not lonely is because, I still have my husband. He's not there physically at that time because I chose to be alone for a couple of hours. Okay, I chose to take a vacation. Okay, to be away from him from half a day. Being by myself. Trying to reflect, or just staying in my room, staying in this beautiful office that he created for me. Okay, tell him, okay, just give me half a day. I just need to work on it. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. Because there is a connection. The connection is not always physical presence. Oh, I'm connected with you because you're with me here seated. No, because it can happen that a couple can be sharing the same bed, okay? And yet, each one of them is lonely because they have lost connection with each other. They don't care for each other anymore. They don't understand each other anymore. Even if they go live in another room, it's still okay. Okay, in the sense, live in stay in another room. They don't, it doesn't make any difference because there's really no connection, you see? So you still are lonely if you even live in the same house. So the key word there is connection. So how do we go about it? Find ways. Maybe you can find out why was the connection lost. If it's a husband and wife, you have to dig deeper, my friends. Okay, it didn't happen overnight. So we're not here to talk about marriage counseling. I do marriage counseling. My husband and I, we do marriage counseling. Okay, to people that the church sends to us. We're not doing marital counseling, but the first thing really is what happened. Okay, the disconnection happened not overnight. The little things which started years and months ago. Okay, so what caused it, and what can you do about it? If these are friends, you initiate maybe texting them. I keep on thinking about three friends of mine that I have not had gotten in touch with for a long time, starting the COVID pandemic, because of the lockdown. I've been thinking about them, but my work just kept me busy, but I kept on thinking about them, and I intend to text one and say, "Have you been?" Maybe you can have coffee and things like that. Okay, so you talk about I talked about sadness, understanding sadness, and then reframing it, and then doing something about it. And then I talked about loneliness. Right, it's always a lack of connection. Okay, so we'll finish off with the last two, dark and ugly emotions, and we try to understand it so that, we can grow from it, so we can transform from it. Again, I'd like to engage with you guys. You tell me what makes you sad. Okay, and are you dealing with loneliness, and what could be some causes for it, and then I will respond. I will respond, to your comments, and let's continue the conversation, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you next episode. Goodbye.